Hello everybody, welcome back to Yener's Cake Tips again. First, I would like to thank you so much for your attention to our channel because our number of subscribers keep on increasing, and I guess that your liking and sharing are quite effective and it works. So, and also like I receive so many of your comments, they are nice and positive and really polite and really kind. So that makes me also very much feeling like I'm doing something right, and I also feel like I have to do this as long as I can. So thank you so much for that. So if you just start decorating cakes, sooner or later you will have to make some sort of sugar chain like this. And if you decorate cakes regularly, some of you sometimes may have some struggle with that, like I had it so many years ago. I have to do this chain quite often that I did not have any kind of time to struggle or time to fiddle. So I developed a kind of practical way of doing this. And I would like to share this method with you today. So material-wise, I need to have something to dry rigid, just like this. See, very strong. I done this a couple of hours ago and it's already dry, no problem at all. All right, so and I use, of course, pastillage. The downfall is pastillage, it gives you a very short time to work with and quite difficult to sort of like manipulate that in the right way. So that's why you will see that I'm doing it okay, but if you don't do it like as quick as me, what you have to do is just add a little bit of fondant inside into the pastillage, maybe of 10-20%. So it makes it like, it gives you a bit more time to work with, so it will be a little bit more comfortable. Only thing is that you will have to dry it for a little bit more longer, all right? So tools wise, almost I have nothing, just a piece of wood like this. As you see that this profile, rectangular, that's the shape that I'm going to use for the chain. This is the bits of chain over here. And then if you like to have a bit more oblong shape, you can just sanding the corners like this. A bit more oblong shape will be also nice. All right. Blade, I need it for a very clean cut. Knife, we're not going to do. So you need this. And then shortening, hard shortening, I use it to put it on the table to make the table not so slippery. You can also use, of course, softer shortening like Crisco. And this little wooden skewer sometimes replace my finger. All right. Then for gluing, egg white I use. You can also use water if you'd like, and also fondant leveler to make this sticks nice and even. And of course, wet and dry towels, you need it to clean your table and your fingers. So when you do first time a sugar chain, I'm sure you will logically decide that to make the one ring at a time and join them together one after another, all right? So that's no problem at all. But that the struggle starts because every ring is not dry yet to handle properly, all right? So then there will be some sort of like opening and tearing and cracking, etc. will occur, all right? So that's why I separate my actions into two lots. The first lot, I produce 50% number of rings first, and then let them a little bit dry. I don't even wait too much because when I start from the first one, the last one finish, the first one already dry enough to work with. Then I start again to join this one with this, and with this, and in between this again, in between this again. So that will be quite a practical and more logical way that the chain will be done in no time without any waiting or pause in between. Okay, let's start. Pastillage. Normally I put my pastillage in a microwave, make it a little bit sort of like warm, and after that start kneading and conditioning, all right? But no matter what I do is I take it pastillage from the microwave, it's a bit warm. And then I like to have pastillage cold and elastic and nice and soft, all right? That is the condition that you can use the pastillage a long time. If it's a little bit warm and then also like a nice and soft, but it will dry very quickly. So that's why I'm not going to put it in the microwave. I just take in the hand each time just a kind of like a very small piece, let's say about like a large marble size, like you know, the play marble size, and then put in my hand, just kneading in my hand using my body heat and just like also friction. All right, so it's getting there just a few times. See what I do, lock in here, and then this is used as a hand, this part used as a table, just like knitting, just like a big piece knitting on table, but I'm doing something small in my hand. All right, almost there. I can feel that really nice and sticky and elastic. All right, so a little bit of fat in my hand, also on the table. All right. So that makes the table not so slippery. All right. Watch this. So, no matter how I try to make it as nice and straight and even, it's not going to happen. This is a little bit too thin, so I pushed it back again. This is a bit, and I use this one to make it nice and even. All right. See, this is nice now. This is too thin. All right. That's too thick. That's the maximum length you have to do. Otherwise, pastillage will dry quickly. All right, take it in the hand, putting here, just the end bit here, and then going around. Do not pull, do not pull, do not stretch. All right, like this. Once this one happened, you can take your time, no problem at all. All right. And your blade. So open up, put your finger here. I'm not cutting this. This is the very important part. I'm not cutting straight. I'm not cutting just like this, slanting. All right, look. Why I do that? Because if I cut like this, so what I will have a kind of like situation that I have a larger piece to join. You see that there's instead of like one little round piece to join, I have a kind of like a oblong shape, much larger area to join together. It will be much more easier to connect together. All right, not too much wet egg white. Touch here a little bit, and then after that, just join. Have a bit of touch like this. Okay, put it on the table. Continue. See, pastillage is still nice and soft, doesn't crack. It's still manipulative, like you can move around. So I want you to understand the purpose of cut, slanting cut. Instead of joining like this, I'm joining like that, or like this. So this goes like good hold. All right. Wrong side. Done. I'll do that a few more times. So I've done it one more time. Every time you do this marble size of pastillage, you get about 5 to 6 rings. So I like to do it now, start all over again from here to produce in between ones, right? So this is already dry enough. So this is not very dry, but it's already dry enough, right? So we should make another two times to achieve everything joined together, all right? Beautiful. All right, let's go. Again, don't stretch. Just go around, okay? Gently. All right. Make sure that your knife is nice and clean and dry. All right. Done. This one we don't need, and this one we don't need. So all that's happening now is you take the two here, all right? Take, first of all, wet the end bit for gluing easily, all right? And after that, you take one here, second one there, and then join together. That's it. Now second one, take another one here. That has to join together, this one. All right. Take in the end again. Make it wet. Holding in the hand like a hook. This one. And this one. And joined. That's it. Do not force anything. Right? That's there. Let's go. This one. That's wet. Hook here, hook there, and join. Up and out again. Do not force, just be gentle a little bit because they are still nice and soft and flexible. All right. If you make it too wet, it will be slippery. That's not good. So, 1, 2. Okay, bring it back. Sometimes a little bit of difficulties, but not too difficult. Okay. Done. Next one. All right. Done. So I have to do one more time to finish all those things together. So last piece. Just put it again, just some moisture here. When you're doing this joining part, you have to stay on the ground, on the tabletop. So don't go up here, right? So otherwise you have to lift the chain. So you have to stay down here, right? Just join together. That's it. Our chain is already ready to get dry. So this is the chain now ready. You cannot handle too much. You have to still leave it for about maybe another hour to get it about in this condition if it is a pastillage. If you have the fondant mixed with pastillage, maybe you have to do about 2-3 hours resting, then you will have that ready to go. Of course, it's a sugar chain, you cannot just pull it, but you can just handle however you like. So even I holding like the first and last chain, and it will, you can just lift up together. So now the chain is finished, but how are we going to attach this one to somewhere to the cake? All right, I have to do something to the end bits to show you what's the trick about, like to make it proper joining to the cake. Connecting pieces are pretty easy. So as I did over here, U shape, C shape and O shape. So let me show you one more time how I did it. I start exactly the same way. All right, now U shape, you cut one like this and one like that, and turn this one to like a U shape, and then let it dry separately. And once this happened, then you can attach to the end bit, and you can just pocket inside the cake. But you have to really dry this one completely till next day, because otherwise it's gonna break. All right, so it has to be wait a little bit for longer to get really rigid dry. All right, C shape is O shape is very easy. Again, like this, and turn the other side. So do the same thing. Put a bit of moisture here. Go around of it, just nice around, like this, and let it dry. You can pocket into a cake. And if sometimes that the cake surface is nice and soft, you can poke things inside, but something flat, like maybe a kind of like a bag or something. So what you do, you just have a little bit of something like this, very easy, little ball. Okay. Make it a little bit more longer, like that. And push it down, nice and flat. All right, after that, you just fold it this way like that, and this way like that, and then turn around like this, all right, and let it dry. So this will be a nice piece for attaching maybe a kind of like handbag or something, all right. So like this is a bit bigger one. So you can always put this, the first one like that here, and then start the chain like this. You can also put 2 little dots over here, all right. So these are how to make it like a properly connecting pieces to the cake or anywhere else you like. So our chain is ready now to put it in anywhere you like. So I'm sure you know what to do with that, but I tell you what I did with that in the past. I make a cake like ball and chain, just a round ball as a cake, black, and then the chain attached to a part that it goes around the ankle. So that was one design that I did with the chain. Handbags, of course, often used with this part often, or also with that part you can go into the bags. So of course, if you want to make it like gold and silver, it's no problem. What you do is just open up like this. You spray with the silver or gold, and after that you change the position. For other directions. You spray again. It's a bit like a multiple spraying because every part is not exposed, so you have to do it like that and let it dry again. So, but if you spray that with any kind of like spray or metallic sprays, you have to wait till completely dry. Otherwise, the spray will make the chain quite wet. All right. So another example is balustrade. Like you have the post, and then in between the chain will be nice. Of course, what else we can do is a side decoration around the cake with the drapes or without the drapes. So, and then necklace, of course, you can do it as necklace if you do it, of course, a bit more thinner. So these are just a few examples. Could be part of the cake or centerpieces. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like my this week cake tip. So if you do that, please like, share and subscribe. Till to the next one. Bye for now.